Guys, we have all been into this situation before in our life where people don't treat you right if you don't have money. If they think you have no money, people don't treat you right. Okay? They are indifferent to your presence. You are not there if you don't have money. That's how people treat you. But if you have money, they are indifferent to people's flaws. They are indifferent to people's character. They are indifferent to what they did wrong. I have seen it and I have experienced that. Okay, so today in this video we are going to talk about how to manage our money wisely and how not to spend it mindlessly, and how to save it, and how to be better at like managing the money. So my name is Rasmi. My name is Rasmi, and welcome to this TikTok. So all right, let's talk about how I started to save money. Last year. Until last year, I was really bad with money. I was spending mindlessly. I wouldn't think like I'm spending money. I'm like, oh, I have money, I want to buy this. And then I would spend whatever money I want to, and I would spend it. So that was me last year. This year, I'm so much better. I only buy things that I need. And then I keep it on hold for like 15 times or something that comes to my mind, and then I'm like, oh, do I really need it? Do I really need it? If I really need it, then I will buy. If I don't need it, So how I went from that spending on mindlessly to, oh, should I buy? Okay, there's so many clothes in my closet that I haven't even used at all. They are there. They're looking at me all the time, and I've never worn them. And they are so expensive as well, and they don't fit me anymore because I've gained weight. Now I need to lose weight in order to get, to fit into those clothes. So what gave me the realization that I need to start saving money? So last year, I resigned from my job without thinking. See, I told you I would never think about the consequences. I would just do whatever I want to do, and I wouldn't think. I never thought, oh, if I don't do this job, if I resign, I won't have any income stream, like I wouldn't have any money coming to my account, because at this moment the money is coming, so, and I'm spending. But right after I resigned, and after 15 days fortnightly, there is no money coming into my account. So that gave me a realization that, okay, trust me, right now I have my husband who can cover my bills. He can cover my expenses. He can cover my rent, my clothes, my food, everything. For example, if he's not there, how would I live? I'm basically a homeless, right? So that's what came to my mind. And then I thought, okay, now I'm going to use my money wisely. So what I did that time, after I resigned, I was working once a week, right? I was just doing once a week, and then the money wasn't that good. I mean, fortnightly, they would pay me fortnightly. I would just do 2 or 3 shifts a fortnight, and that would give me like $400-$500 or something like that. I don't know, 500-600, something like that, because it's casual, so they would pay me more. So that's why, right? And then, like, I used to earn like, compared to 600, I would earn a lot fortnightly, and then that money I would spend, right? More than that I would spend on myself. So now I don't have any money. So I started to think I need to start saving money. So I did some readings, I did some Google search, all of these things, and then I made an effort to save some money. So I told myself, once I get a full-time job, I am going to save that money. So how am I going to do that? Okay, first thing, that day I sat down, I wrote in my paper okay, how much money is coming in and how much money is going out. Okay, and the thing is, sometimes we spend way more than we are earning, and that's not helping at all, right? So I sat down and then I made a target. I'm going to save this much amount of money every month, and I'm going to reduce my spending habits. And the first thing I did was I didn't give my bank card to my husband. I snatched from him because I never knew where my card is. I never calculated how much money I make. I never calculated how much money my husband makes. You know, like, it's chaos, it's a mess. So, first thing I did, I snatched the card from my husband and I made how much money I earn and how much money I spend, and then how much money I should be saving. So they say like 50, 30, and 20 rule. So 50% it goes on the rent and all of that, you know, entertainment and things, and 20% goes to the your debts, your whatever you need to pay, and on your mortgage or whatever, and then the remaining 20% you must save. So that's what they said. So I thought to myself, okay, I'm going to apply this 50, 30, 20 rule, and then I did that. And also at the same time, I also learned about emergency fund. So you create an emergency fund into your bank account and you send money to your bank account. So what I did, I sent $150 to $200 every month into my emergency account. Right, emergency fund, that's what I named an emergency fund, and every month I'm sending $200, $150, right? So that is my emergency fund. And then savings account. So in savings account, what I did, I was like, okay, every time I get the pay, I'm paying myself first. That is the idea I got from internet. So they say, before you pay for everything else, just pay yourself, because you did the hard work and you deserve to be paid. Before you pay for somebody else, before you give the money to others, make sure you give the money to yourself. And that just makes sense to me. I don't know. So since that time I pay myself, I'm like, pay for Rasmi. So I sent $200, $150, something like that, to my savings account. And then on top of that, there is another account I have. So that account is within my one bank, and that account is basically like, I used to pay for, you know, private health insurance. Now I have cancelled that. So I used to pay $250 or something, that amount of money, 240, something like that. Now as I canceled that, I'm saving that money, $250 of money, to my other saving account, right? $250 from there. And then I don't use Netflix. So how much money do you pay for Netflix? $15-20 a fortnight. So I think I pay like $15 every fortnight to that account, because if I use that that Netflix, I would pay that amount of money, isn't it? So that's kind of necessity for so many people. So many people pay that. So what I did, I sent that $15 to that savings account, and then I wouldn't go to the gym that time period. And then I was like, okay, let me send the money for the gym to that account. And then I started sending like $30 every month. No, and not a month, every fortnight. I send like every $30 every fortnight into that account. And when I go out with my friends, and if it's not that day for me to pay, right, I'm not paying. If my friends are paying and they are not letting me pay, and that money, whatever money I saved, I transfer that money to that savings account. And guess what? My bank balance looks really good, and it makes me feel so happy. And it's a different kind of happiness when you feel like, oh my god, I'm financially, like, stable. I'm not into debt, right? It feels amazing, guys. Just try that. Create an emergency account, create a savings account, and then another savings account, and always pay yourself. Pay yourself. And you can use that money for your, like, entertainment and all of those things. Okay, guys, that's it. Bye.